Where exactly is this jail you say you escaped from, anyway? I've never heard of such a place. But still, I can hardly believe it. A griffin, of all things, here. Add to that the recent dragon sighting. It is said that the arrival of the Sovereign portends an age of peace, yet only trouble has followed.
Fie! Goblins! Let's take up your weapons, sir. You'll be needing it.
Where are you going? I'll not force you to retreat, but I'd at least like a word. If you find your strength lacking, try the curative or have a bit of breathing. There are oft items to be scavenged from the bodies of monsters and their ilk. If you're not squeamish about picking at their bones, that is. Have you beheld the dragon as yet? I've not, and I count that a blessing. All I know for sure is that 'tis a beast e'er more fearsome than a griffin. One need only look to the miserable state of the village of Mel to see that. We can but hope that the Sovereign will rid us of it ere long. It is no mean feat, to be sure. There are oft items to be scavenged from the bodies of monsters and their ilk. If you're not squeamish about picking at their bones, that is. Have you beheld the dragon as yet? I not, and I count that a blessing. All I know for sure is that 'tis a beast e'er more fearsome than a griffin. Where do you think you'll go? There are oft items to be scavenged from the bodies of monsters and their ilk. Have you beheld the dragon as yet? I've not, and I count that a blessing. All I know for sure is that 'tis a beast e'er more fearsome than a griffin. You can but hope for the Sovereign. Where do you think you're going? You can't... There are oft items to be scavenged. Have you beheld the dragon of
Where do you think you're going? You can't just run off now.
Welcome, Arisen. We pawns have long awaited your arrival.
What is this? Pawns? They bend the knee to you so readily, but then... No. Surely you cannot be the Arisen.
You seek the Riftstone, do you not? We can take you to it. Pray. Come this way. Before you stands a Riftstone. "'Tis a gate by which we of the Pawn Legion may cross o'er into this world. Pray, summon your pawn. Simply paint with your mind's eye the loyal attendant whom you would have serve you.
The people here are evacuated and safe.
The people here are evacuated.
The people here are
There are more.
The people here are evacuated.
The people here are the people here.
There are more. It seems the rain has abated. Pawns are known as crossers of the rift, for we are able to connect to and traverse other realms beyond this one. When we return, it is our duty to use our experiences and the knowledge we have gained to aid you on your journey, Arisen. From this day forth, I shall serve you as your loyal pawn, and aught I learn beyond the rift will be at your disposal.
Well, I'll be. A pawn summoning before my very eyes. You truly are the Arisen, then. Strange. I thought the Arisen was in the capital. Surely there's only meant to be one Arisen. Fie, this is all beyond my ken. The Watchhead would know what to do, I'm sure. Though, as luck would have it, he's away. I suppose we'll save any further questions till the Watchhead returns. You're free to do as you like afore then. What? You've no memories, you say? Mayhap you could make for Melve, then. 'Twas set upon by the dragon not long ago. The Arisen is said to bear some deep connection to the dragon. Should you be Arisen, mayhap you'll recall aught of import there.
Hail, Arisen. Pray, ask aught you wish to know. I shall answer, if 'tis within my power to do so. 'Tis the name given to fate's chosen, those destined to command the Pawn Legion and safeguard the world from the threat of the dragon. Even with your memories lost to you, I am afraid you cannot escape your fate. Nomads, we are oft called. Born in other worlds, we travel here by means of the riftstones that we might aid you, Arisen. However, I cannot speak as to our true nature, for I know of it not. None of us do. We do not need to. We merely do as we are commanded. Riftstones are gates that connect this world to a multitude of others. By their power have we crossed into this world. And when our mission is done, by their power shall we return to our own. Very well. May fortune speed you on your way, Arisen.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Ho there. Faring all right?
Going out, are you? You sure that's a good idea? You seem rather unwell. You ought at least rest for the evening. There should be a spare bed in the lodgings yonder. Only don't go rushing off before you're ready. Take it from me. You're better off resting while you have the chance.
Hoy there. You seem well tired. Tell you what, you can stay here tonight free of charge. I'll expect coin from tomorrow, mind. My pa always used to say, there's naught a good night's sleep can't fix. Not much else I can offer, I'm afraid, but you'll find all sorts at a finer inn. Aye, being armed is better than being defenseless, even if you're untrained. Still, 'tis worth devoting yourself to a vocation if you can. Opens up new doors, it does. You should stop by the inn in Melve if you get the chance. No hard feelings if you prefer it. They've much more to offer.
Shall we get some rest then?
Where to now?
Sometimes I wonder if I'm cut out.
I've beds to spare if you're looking for lodgings. And if you'd like to change your vocation, come see me anytime. Do come again.
Do not. Someone do such a thing. Steel yourself. You're made of tougher stuff.
I ne'er stood a chance.
This is too much.
Must hold out till someone comes to relieve these people.
Hail! You a soldier? 'Twould be a surprise to see you arrive in one piece if not. Hordes of monsters have been plaguing this area of late, you see. We've had to start sending out new recruits to cull them.
Is that so? Who went yonder?
Lachlan. But I dare say he'll fare all right.
Aye, I expect he will. Who was sent out that way, then?
Ocado. To be honest, sir, I'm a little worried for him.
What? Weren't harpies reported in that area? The lad can't handle those beasts on his own.
This is the first I'm hearing of it. Fie! I want to go to his aid, but we can't just abandon our posts. Say, you seem stout of heart. Would you be willing to go in our stead? 'Tisn't far, only a short ways out from the main gate. You've my thanks. And Ocado's as well, I'm sure.
Let us make haste, that no life may be lost on our account.
I'd hasten home, were this not my duty.
Goblins, master!
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. I shall be proud to serve you, Arisen.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients. flames before 'tis too late. Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment. The product. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients. We've got goblins! That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise. A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it? I'll gather this. It might be of use. We have found the material. You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
Is that all of them? Yeah, you have my thanks. I do not believe for a moment I could have slain those creatures without your help. I've only just enlisted, and when I thought this could be the end of me, I was paralyzed. You saved me this time, but I won't always be so fortunate. Well, I'd best be heading back, but I'll be sure to let my superiors know of your good deed. I hope we meet again someday.
Shall we report our results? I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. Restoration and reinforcement are the purview of a mage. You'll be safe in my care, Arisen. Are you fit to travel? Then let's not dawdle. We've a choice of where to go, but how to know the path best traveled? Let us trust in ourselves and proceed with caution. So this is Melv. The scars left by the dragon's assault are plain to see. Mayhap a walk through the streets would help jog your memory. When the Arisen appears, so too does the dragon. 'Tis an immutable truth of this world. Right you are.
Pitiable Arisen.
Why are you pestering me? Can't you see
Well met. Why not buy your wares here today, sir? Pleasure doing business with you.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands. The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin.
Hast thou forgotten thy destiny, thy charge? That is most unfortunate. But it doth not release thee from thy fate.
Send help!
Can you hear me, sir? Sir, stay with me. Thank goodness. How are you feeling? This is the second time I've watched over you like this, isn't it? You do not remember? Then have you forgotten that you protected me from the dragon's flames? You withstood the fire in my stead and were well and truly charred. 'Twas terrible. I had thought your life forfeit. I could not hear the beating of your heart. But you hung on and by some miracle survived. Arisen? I'm afraid I don't understand your meaning. Does it have aught to do with why you were taken to the castle? They said 'twas so that your wounds could be treated, though I fear you have no memory of this either.
I am of the Border Watch. Someone with Arisen-like abilities came to this village, horn in tow. Know you aught of this?
Has he come for you? We are to part so soon, then. Mayhap you will visit me again someday. Till then, take care. Arisen.
Ah, excellent. You must be the one. You match my soldier's description. I'm glad I found you. The ruler of Vermont, currently convalescing in the capital, became arisen here in this very village. If you claim the same, then word must be borne to the capital. I dispatched a missive before coming here, though I doubt the matter can be settled without your presence. Would you be willing to accompany me to the capital? If you truly are arisen, you will be received with open arms. Oh, but forgive me. I scattered my soldiers in a bid to find you. I would not depart without them. We shall have to wait till they are reassembled. Come to think of it, Sir Leonard was asking after you as well. Mayhap now would be a good time to speak with him. Last I saw, he was having a drink at the inn.
Let us speak with everyone we can think of who might know aught of use.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, consider this a small token of my gratitude. Now, tell me, are you registered with a guild? Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training, which comes in very useful when pursuing a vocation. Well now, that won't do. You need only speak with the innkeeper to register. Go on, 'twill only take a moment. If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the sword and shield. Fighters favor a balanced approach, excelling in both offense and defense, and can adapt to any situation. I am a fighter myself, and should there come a time when you impress me with your prowess, I might be willing to impart unto you some of what I know. Naturally, it is a vocation for those who seek to master the bow, an exceptionally useful long-ranged weapon. At close range, however, a bow is nary more useful than a walking stick. Aye, the secret to being a successful archer is maintaining distance between you and your foes. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the mystical arts. Magic. Mages can cast a wide array of offensive spells and aid their allies with magical support. However, the more powerful the spell, the longer one must spend incanting it. Thus, a mage is unlikely to last long on the field of battle without allies to protect them. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the dagger. Such blades lack heft, though this grants them the advantage of speed. Thieves favor light armor, which leaves them more vulnerable to attacks than those of other vocations. Their talents depend upon their finesse and ability to compensate for the length of their blade through sheer agility. Should you dedicate yourself to a vocation, you will find that new paths to master will open up to you over time. Try them as you like. Very well. There is no wrong, but I shan't take up any more of your time.
Moment long awaited. I knew 'twas only a matter of time before your skills reached a new height. There's no discipline that steadfast devotion cannot teach.
Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place puts my hairs on end. Yet before.
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The Watchhead's waiting for you.
Shall we seek some answers?
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Always a pleasure.
You really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for it.
Oh, have you some business with the apothecary, sir? Dreadful sorry if I was in your way. Oh, no, I'm not lost or naught, sir. I'm an apothecary in training, you see. So when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come and fetch some for us. Made the journey all by myself as well, if you can believe it. But, well, as luck would have it, I've not enough gold for the medicine. 'Twill be a shame to return empty-handed after coming all this way. But what more can I do? What? You'd do that? You'd get the medicine for me? Suppose there's no harm in that. If you're really sure. Seems my luck's not as rotten.
We could make the fruit robberant ourselves, or simply purchase some at Rune's apothecary here in Melv. At last! It all becomes clear.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit robberant for me? Oh, well, if you do...
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Good. Then let us be on our way.
Goblins, Master! We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
The lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet, not all claims are true. Our kingdom sees many pretenders, and they are not dealt with lightly. This hope will not one of them. Regardless, do well not to invite my mistrust in your journey.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true. We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. Is that a statue I espy over yonder? We ought to take a closer look.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently.
That reminds me. 'Tis somewhat lamentable that none of us are fighters. Adding comrades of varying vocations ought to increase our effectiveness in battle.
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I would make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate. An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
Is your pack slowing you down, Master? Pray, bear in mind that you can only carry so much by yourself.
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
in there, Master. I'm coming to assist.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
A flock of harpies draws near. Of my negligence. Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it. Arisen! Are you all...
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. It will be an honor to serve by your side.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients. Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? Not a spare! I'm coming to your aid! Go where your help is needed.
Dare I say it, we trounced our foe well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it. Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment.
What's this? We're trapped!
Aye! The Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places!
Carefully to determine our best strategy here.
You have my gratitude, sir. Seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another Force Arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision. Well now. The road's blocked. The cart can't get through like this. A powerful current ought to set this rock to crumbling. We could summon one.
Oof. My pack's grown rather heavy. Lessening our load will help to keep us light on our feet.
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. But for your own sake, I recommend you make your way to the capital sooner rather than later.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel. Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
We're setting out. Jump on if you've paid.
What is it? Changed your mind? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be...
Very well. I shall return.
No? Very well. It is your decision.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir.
Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle will continue.
That was certainly worthwhile.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
I was informed of your coming, would-be Arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. 'Twould seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the Sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became Arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Vermont's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous council, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the Sovereign in your stead, a mere puppet. However, with your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, Visit me a night in the tavern, that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion, and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear? Earn the people's faith, and we'll have our chance.
Places such as this depend upon my... vigilance.
Many of those loyal to me have been...
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next...
Whatever am I to do?
Any loose coin about?
Some of us get complacent. I'm trained every
I've the presence to command any state.
Some might find cleaning tedious. Not I.
Seeing the captain always makes me nervous.
What's in my wares? Welcome to Bjorn's Armory. And quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, Just remember, misers die early deaths. Aught catch your eye? Just say the word. Many thanks. I appreciate the business.
I cannot wait to put this new equipment to use. Let us use it well, that it might prove a worthy investment.
Dead on my feet. Maybe I'll keep right here.
Tis busy out today.
Might as well do while we're here, eh? I've been here such a long time, forgot why I came. Interested in my wares?
I pray my efforts aid your cause. I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side.
A grand adventure awaits us. I just know it.
Fair travel to Risen. I shall
Delighted
remember.
to meet you. especially if we share a sweet tooth.
If 'tis discipline your company lacks, I can provide. Hide.
I only hope your memories of our journey are as fond as mine, Arisen.
It will be an honor to serve by your side. You are wise indeed to have sought my aid.
A grand adventure awaits us.
I shall be proud to serve you, Arisen.
It will be a joy to serve one so gallant.
'Twas a fine adventure we shared.
Delighted to meet you. Especially if we share a...
There is a rumor whispered among pawns that I have oft pondered. The gist of it is, when pawns travel beyond the rift, we can contract a peculiar illness that imperils the lives of those around us. At first, we are only restless and excitable, but in time we become so unruly that even the Arisen holds no sway over us.
How terrible. We shall have to be alert for signs of the sickness among our number.
This looks as good a place as I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Always a pleasure.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. It is not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
What to do? That's your neck. Oh, could use a rest.
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. It would be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true Arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of her plots. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation.
The absolute nerve of him. Gliding into you and running off. Has no one any respect for the Arisen in this city? We're off to Vernworth Palace then. Could you come over here?
Only fools and urchins.
Follow me, Arisen.
Now, how best to proceed? I'd sooner stay out of battle, where it possible.
Here already, are we? I would appreciate... your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
It is not our place to hurry the Arisen.
So tired. I'd get just about anywhere.
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me!
Always sets me to thinking.
But it's not at the expense of my duty. No easy answers here.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards spy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
I should very much like to rejoin you, Master.
Anywhere's better than the middle of a crowd.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it? Let me get that.
Uh-huh. There's something written here.
Shall we take a closer look?
Best make haste, else I'll be at this all night.
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off a hermit.
What am I to do with myself all day?
There's comfort in the humdrum of daily life.
My list of duties grows here longer.
Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Tranquil places such as this are real treasures.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start your... Come back any time. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all... Welcome to the... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Always a pleasure.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak?
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? Very well. I would not think to press you on this matter. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Deeza's schemes run deep. To think, Deeza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Deeza is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deeza's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer, I bid you, take this.
Seems we were right to suspect the Queen Regent. We ought to keep an eye on her in the days to come.
That's odd.
Phaser.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. While examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds, I made a curious discovery. For some time now, it seems she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet crownflower. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be Arisen, appeared on the scene. This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing into the hands of Arthur himself. Yet 'tis strange, for sweet crownflowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermund. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit of the false sovereign. 'Tis a frail hope to be certain, yet all the same, I would ask that Your Majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe into this young man's origins. I am glad to hear it, for I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is the key to unraveling Deeza's scheme and securing your enthronement. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, I refer to Waldar many a time as Deeza, and many a time our laws dict thus. What say you? I prepared a means this mission, should you be discovered. There is much we ought to tend to. The citizenry, what say you? I thank you. The first is Trevo, next is Half Village. Finally.
Off we go then. There are beasts to be slain.
There is surely no challenge to which we cannot rise.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim. Do not forget that we work to serve.
Mayhap I ought to ask around town. Hail, friend. Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not, I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there, neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing?
Right, just follow me.
This journey will be a long one. What say we employ an ox cart and save our feet the blisters?
A most agreeable suggestion.
Oi there, friend. Care to help a fellow out? All I ask is that you hear my request. What have you got to lose? My thanks, sir. As to the matter at hand, it concerns my ox cart business. I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road, but now I feel prepared to start making trips to Melve again. Only trouble is, there are still monsters about, and I can't help but worry for the safety of the carts. That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margit, the Watchhead's wife, to be delivered to one Sir Leonard in Melve. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter reaches its recipient. What say you, friend? Splendid! Now, the cart, and mind you don't forget each cart so anyone think pat enough of. Oh, and I'll pay your fare. Come find me when you've delivered that letter. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
Right, let's get this delivered.
Tell is, the nobles are all in a flurry, ingratiating themselves. That's why they've been holding all the... I've got to wonder what... But I suppose I'm just...
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
Over here. This way, if you please, Master.
Yes, Master.